Yeah.
You guys are live, just in theory.
Hey everyone, welcome to Nerdarchy. For nerds, by nerds. I'm Nerdarchist Ted, and today's joining me is
Nerk Steve.
Nathan Nerdark.
And as they say, we're doing it live.
All right, and I left my device over there. Ooh, force powers never work. They always fail me.
You could just go grab it.
Yeah, I guess
You've
so.
already been off camera.
I know the magic has already been dispelled.
So, I mean, we're not loaded with them now, but, 10 minutes before the start, we were already getting questions.
Oh, nice.
So,
What color is your underpants? The normal stuff.
I don't know if that's a normal question. Have you seen that one before?
Maybe.
He can't unsee it.
So, Zereft Gaming wants to know, like, D&D's thing for Adventure League is, PHB +1, whereas it looks like Pathfinder's is, +5.
Oh, is that
That sounds like a Pathfinder thing.
With Tome of Foes coming out, and he wants to know what's our opinion. Should Adventure League change that?
No, they won't change that. And they, you know what? There's a time when I would have said they probably should change. They should, but after talking to Mike Merles and listening to why they do it the way they do it, I absolutely agree that they shouldn't. And it's good that they limit it. They do it for accessibility to the game and to the community, and for new players. It's very intimidating when a new player comes to a table and sees a bunch of people having fun and playing this game, and each one of them has a stack of books this high, and the minis and the maps. Mike had commented on he was observing a convention, and he was observing these two young people talking, and they were like, "Oh, that looks like a really fun game, and I would like to get into that. I would like to play that." But the other kid goes, "Yeah, but it's probably really expensive."
Because when you look at a tower of books, it's incredibly intimidating. And if you're trying to get young people, high schoolers, middle schoolers, into something like this, it's like, oh, well, you can do it, but there's $300 to $400 worth of books that you need to go buy so that you can be up to date on everything. That's a lot to ask. Whereas, oh, well, if you get them on Amazon, $60 for the 2 books, or $30 if you're willing to just buy the PHB, $5 to $7 for a set of dice, and you can get in. It's not too horrible.
Now, that being said, though, like, once you've found the Adventure League games, like, you've found other gamers, you've found tables, so in theory, like, you should be able to put a non-Adventure League game together if you really wanted to play them, and if other people were interested in that as well.
Indeed.
Yeah. Yes, James, for moderators paying attention, right now we are just going to YouTube. We're going to be trying something out new for this coming week. We it's kind of weird, like, and I'm not sure where the disconnect is, but the live chats had gotten to the point where we were getting way too many people on them to do the roll call anymore. Like, like 50 was like a really low number. The numbers have really dropped, and I don't know if it's the way we're doing it has changed things up. So we are going to
experiment.
We are going to do a mad scientist experiment over the next week or so.
Science!
Let's see what happens. And, and frankly, most of the conversation tends to happen here on YouTube anyway. So I always felt bad when I would see, like, that 1 or 2 people over on Twitch watching, and it's like, the conversation's over here. I mean, I would still try and grab their questions and answer questions, but it seems like you guys were just having a lot more fun over on YouTube together.
So, as always, guys, if you have questions, you can throw it down in the chat, put Nerdarchy or question in front so that we know that you're trying to talk to us. In support of Infinity War, I'm siding with Thanos today. You guys can make up your own mind as to
who to side with,
what team you're on.
But you're clearly Team Thanos.
I'm on Team Thanos at the moment.
Nice.
Not that I've had a chance to go watch the movie yet.
I know.
I didn't buy my tickets a week ago.
I don't even know when I'm going to get out to see it, which is sadly enough.
I just have to, schedule family time to make that happen.
I'm feeling for my brothers and sisters down under in Australia. $90 to get the books. The DMG and PHB on Amazon freight cost $90.
You should look at Book Depository. You get typically free shipping, and I have seen those books up there, so I would look in that direction, people.
There you go. Ted dropping the knowledge bomb.
Oh, crap. Now someone's going to start tagging that Teducate nonsense.
What? Teducate? What's wrong with that, man? There's far worse things to be tagged with.
Yes, indeed.
I just don't understand it.
Like, didn't they like chant? Wasn't like hashtag Fight Ted or something one of them as well?
Was there? Oh God!
I'm paraphrasing. It was something like so. Teducate sounds way better.
He should know since he made it.
Next level 88. Speaking of Twitter, I know you saw my request to D&Dized Kratos. I see Nate there on Saturday afternoon. May have to pick his brain too.
Oh yeah.
Me and Ted don't play video games. That's like the problem with that stuff.
Kratos is like.
Kratos is pretty damn cool.
Yeah.
He's easily a barbarian.
Yeah, but he has like. He's got to be something cooler, like some kind of ancestral path or something. You know, he's not just like the bear totem. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's got some other stuff going on.
I have no idea. I've just seen him. He fights with the chain
based on the little bit of knowledge I have of Kratos, I would say real quick Aasimar Barbarian, Path of the Ancients would probably be.
Everything I know is from Death Battle. I think he kills the Incredible Hulk.
He's got some cool magic items. I think part of the stuff that he's going to be doing is based off of that. But that's where I would go if you want to D&Dize. But
Elfbait says, Nate, make the Godslayer Barbarian. Make it so.
It's like the opposite of the Waker of the Beast.
Oh, cool! Elfbait is starting his Phase Rip game this evening.
Nice.
So it's International Tabletop Day today.
It is.
Everyone, enjoy. Happy International Tabletop Game. We would be gaming today, but we're not because it's Ted's fault.
I think we just didn't have a game scheduled.
I'm blaming you.
I have a game.
We have a birthday party for your kid tonight. That's what I'm blaming.
Dave likes to blame me regardless, so I mean, it is what it is.
I was like, are we supposed to be playing Star Wars tonight?
Star Wars is next week.
Like, we can't be. We got Ted's kid's birthday party.
Yes, my son has made double digits.
Ooh, big time, big time. So, we could play some D&D with the kids. Billy won't be here.
Neither will David.
Yeah, well, I know he wasn't. He doesn't care about D&D anymore.
So it will be you, me, and Teddy.
Yeah. But Billy's down to throw some dice, I think.
Yeah, and he's for being 11, 12 years old, he's a pretty awesome role player.
Oh yeah, you guys did a session or a couple sessions?
He joined at least for the one day the game that I was playing with my son, his friend, and him and Teddy's friend, they got into this 10-minute role playing back and forth. This was the Monday after Easter, and it was just an awesome experience. My nephew came with this character concept. He was a gnome ranger, and his background was urchin. And his character goal was that when he was 5, he was on his own, and someone stole a blue satchel from him. Teddy's friend was playing a tiefling rogue, and without missing a beat, when the gnome drops this knowledge, he's like, oh yeah, that was me. And they just start role-playing back and forth about like, oh, well, yeah, it was in this city here, and they just start feeding off of each other. And again, without any adult involvement, they settle on that reparations need to be paid, and he pays gold. He gives them the satchel back. He still had it on him. Billy opens it up, and it's like, why is there a bird's nest in here? Why is there a bunch of eggs? And it just kept rolling, and they were bouncing back and forth. And I've seen veteran role players not be able to handle this kind of back and forth improving. I was so impressed. I honestly, like, I DM a lot of times, you know, standing up. I sat down, I put my feet up, and I'm like, who needs material when I got players like this? And I crossed my arms, I put my feet back, my feet up, and I let them go. And it was a treasure to behold. And I look forward to, you know, these guys, you know, gaming together again.
Yeah, I mean, it's great when you get a group like that. That's like my Tuesday nights, where I don't have to actually do anything. It's like I don't even really need to be there, I don't think. Just walk in with a sudden monster attack and...
Yeah.
Just get the party started. That's all you need to do.
Oh man, the last session of the Scarlet Sisterhood, some stuff went down. You know, they finally... I don't know if I should talk about it. I don't know if you guys are still watching or if you care about spoilers. But I want to do something really evil this coming Tuesday to them. I actually have I have a list of evil things to do to them. I just haven't determined what.
More evil than trying to, you know, corrupt the cleric in your other game?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna hurt them. I'm gonna hit them where it hurts for sure.
Not a beloved NPC. Just don't touch Harrock, please. Don't kill Harrock.
Maybe multiple beloved NPCs. I will just say the last session they had actually accomplished a goal they had wanted to do for quite some time, and now they are on the deck of the Minstrel. After completing this goal, I'm kind of bringing the goal with them, and all I can say is be careful what you wish for. So this is going to be fun, for sure. I'm just trying to decide whether I should sink the ship or not.
Oh.
So Zarf is asking if we saw his question. If you're talking about your initial question, like you asked 10 minutes before the stream, we started off with that. I don't see any other question from you, sir.
I don't. Raven wants to know, could you do a Tiefling Rogue Wizard build, please? I think you're going to see a lot of builds from us coming up in the near future. A lot of builds, a lot of new monsters, maybe some new subclasses, magic items, things that we're going to do on the channel. We're going to probably do a lot of. So at least once a week, for sure. But we can't really announce what's going on with that yet.
All right, so we do have a question from Eric. I have an evil campaign, and the players are trying to corrupt the town before a Church of the Sun God gets settled in. Any ideas on how to corrupt the villagers? Didn't we just do a whole thing on corruption?
We did.
But that's corrupting players. Corrupting NPCs, if it's happening off camera, it's however you want it to make it happen. I mean, that's a pretty easy thing to work with.
Yeah, if it's narrative, you can make up any old magic malign reason for it.
Are you looking at, you know, corruption via magic, as Nate's saying? You know, corruption via, you know, I whispered honey words into your ear, and it's your own greed and jealousy that are you know, taking you down the wrong path. There's a lot of different ways that you can do it, depending upon what is the major villain or thing behind it.
Yeah, and if they're doing it before some sun god comes in, then maybe the corruption is the antithesis to that. So like a shadowy miasma generated from some kind of creature in the woods or a corrupted spirit.
So, something of the night, so you could wind up having, you know, vampiric or undead influences. You know, like, serve them, you know, willingly, or get turned into, you know, an undead when we destroy your town. Blah blah.
Blah, blah. And then you can't see the sun again, so you're kind of basically never allowed to be in the presence of the sun god or go and worship.
I never did find the original question.
Like I said, if you, I had it, you know, on before, and the original question that I saw was the whole thing about Adventure League, you know, +1.
Yeah, that's what I've seen as well. Yeah.
But so if Zareth, if there was another question, please throw it out there.
James Leslie, just put the list into a table on Chartopia and roll, Dave. Makes it nice and easy. No, James, I put it in Chartopia, make a list, and make them roll. It's not me doing it to you. It's you doing it to you. That game is so much fun, though.
It's fun to watch as well. I've missed the last couple episodes, sadly.
We're getting close, though. I think I told them level up next session. So there'll be 16.
Yeah, they're gonna pass us.
I think I'm going to... And I might just fast-track them to leveling every 2 sessions.
Oh, want to end after at 20 or after?
Well, I want to get them to the 20th level and then do 1 session at the 20th level and then have to figure out what we're going to do next. What we're going to play, what game. Maybe make Megan run.
Cool.
Maybe I'll just step out and let the ladies take over. Who knows? They're a lot of fun to play with, though. Is there a question? Have you reserved your copies of Tome of Foes? I think we reserved a bunch of copies. Probably give some away or something.
So we have, I ordered mine on Amazon. Looking to call the local gaming store.
I did.
You called them, Marty?
Yeah, I reserved a couple at the local gaming store. I got one on Amazon.
And then,
then we'll see what happens. Like, how did we get 10 of these?
And if we have, we never know whether or not
if Watts is going to send us them or not.
Yeah, they're PR people.
Yeah, I mean, they've sent us the last couple of things. I don't know if I should reach out and be like, hey, I'm out of the cage a little bit. We exist. We still around. Haven't kicked yet.
Haven't stopped. Keep it coming.
Yeah, but I imagine we'll do some kind of like contest through Gleam again once we see how many copies we end up with and be like, oh, this is way too many. We need to get rid of some of these. And we'll even scribble on them if you like, which is always weird, right? Because we're always like scribbling on other people's books
that we didn't write.
Well, that's what I mean. We didn't write them. But soon the Kickstarter will come out and we will actually have our own books that we've published, written by Mike Gould, and then we will be able to sign them. We still didn't write them. But we published them.
It's going to have Nerdarchy on it. So.
And it's going to be published. Signed by the publisher, which I don't know if many people ask for that, but hey.
What do you know? If it's not a thing, we'll make it a thing. We're getting closer.
Technically the publishers, so we're like the executive producers or whatever you'd call that for
No, we're still the publishers. Like
we're not the printer.
Yeah, we're not the printer. Kobold Press isn't there printing their books.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. That's true.
Nope, they get a bunch of kobolds in the back.
That's why I call Kobold Press.
Yeah. And now I want to actually create this this wizard who makes books and has kobolds actually making
servitude kobolds. Poor kobolds. They always get screwed.
Well, I mean, that's what happens when you're, weak-willed and willing to serve anyone that's not good, that you're afraid will kill you.
Kyle, if you win anything, can you draw a little character instead of signing it? Have you seen us draw? Like Nate, I think Nate can draw some stuff.
I can draw some stuff.
I think me and Ted it's going to be pretty horrific.
I've never been accused of having a drawler's hand or being able to do anything in that regards that looks decent.
I just picked up a 2-in-1, so I can actually turn that sucker into a tablet, and I have a pen to write with it and everything. It's beautiful.
Ooh.
It's a beautiful thing.
So next level has a question. How do you guys decide what to sell in your store? In which way? Because we have merchandise, we have 3D printed stuff, we have
stuff we've produced.
Yeah, stuff we've written. I think what we do is, like, when we're ready to do something new, we pull out a DVD of Spaceballs and just go right to the end, and we look for wisdom from Yogurt, and then we go.
It's not the end. It's actually more like the middle.
Well, we're
still waiting for a flamethrower producer.
Yeah.
As Dave says, we are like NASCAR, and we will put stuff all over the place.
It ain't easy. Pimping D&D.
But I mean, we rate products. Back in the day, Ryan designed a handful of different, designs and shirts and what have you that we can, put the logo stuff up. We've got contacts with a handful of different, people that we're like the middleman for. So,
I will buy Nerdarchy the flamethrower. I can put it next to my other one. I mean, we do have some other stuff that we're kind of like working on and we're probably going to do at some point, right?
Yeah.
Like something like this. I don't know if how well you guys can see that, but
and if we pop it open.
You can see. Ooh.
It's, you know, honeycomb to store your dice in. The whole design is to, you know, be able to, you know, have a cool magnetic case that you can store your dice in. And we got, you know, Scott, who's working on, you know, getting that put out there to be able to put up on the site.
Yeah, we have to figure out. I guess we have to figure out like how to do the insert.
Yeah.
You know, without being too much work. You know, because you always have to like. So you always have to think about, right, if you do something, what happens if it doesn't work? But that's not even the real problem, in my opinion, is you have to think about the biggest problem is what happens if it works really well? You know, like literally we can't have one guy just sitting there gluing in Nerdarchy things, you know. Yeah. Becomes problematic after a while. So it's like always trying to figure out these little fiddly bits. And, you know, we're new to a lot of this stuff. We kind of figuring out as we go.
James was like, it's a dice holder. That makes more sense. I thought it was Nerdarchy the soap.
Oh, yeah, or ashtray. We are producing ashtrays now. Does anybody even still
there is nerdy soap out there. I mean, in one of the different crates, I've got a D20 soap. And I'm like, yeah, I'm too much of a nerd to actually use this. It's going to just sit with my dice collection until it creates an issue. It's still sealed, so it doesn't mess anything up. But
it's soap. How much damage can it do?
Leak and melt and make a mess.
What kind of soap is this? I was thinking about a bar soap.
No,
this looks like a bar of soap.
Nerdarchy
the soap.
It's honestly shaped like a D20.
Oh, okay.
Eventually, we'll Nerdarchy the shaving cream, Nerdarchy the razors. We have the thong, you know. Why not? We need some shampoo and conditioner.
Nerdarchy beard products.
Beard treatments.
Yeah. Well, right now I'm using Easy Roller Dice. They have another company, Artrace Man, I believe it is. And,
yeah.
And I'm using their stuff, which
beard
I like.
oils.
Yeah. Well, I had actually used a really well-known, popular name brand beard oil, and my wife didn't like them at all. Didn't like the scents, but she really likes the ones that are put out by Artrace Man. So. Or is it Artemis? I don't know. One of those.
Artrius or something like that.
I think if you go to the Easy Roll Dice thing, you'll be able to find it, right?
Well, they do have some stuff over there, and it's like Rogue something. But then they also have another site, which I would recommend figuring out the other site and going there, because they have a lot more stuff over there, and they have different scents and stuff. You know, if you're into like beard oil and things.
Nerdarchy the breakfast cereal.
Absolutely.
A bunch of corn ends with little marshmallow goblins.
That would be good. Oh, we got an appearance from Comic Book University. Speaking of which, Bill has been doing This Week in Comics for us for a while, and we've changed up the format a little bit. He's going to actually be doing some D&Dized, which if you go over to the one he put up Monday, you can put suggestions for what you'd like him to work on. Or this coming Monday, there'll be another one. I don't know what he's going to do, but he did Black Panther.
Yeah, the link should actually be down below. So after this is over, you can jump right to that and put your suggestions in there.
He also does like a Marvel RPG segment on his channel as well. So he takes like a little piece from that and inserts it in there, so you can see what he's going to be, what he's working on. Or worked on. I forget which it is. But either way, if you go to his channel, you can find that stuff, as well as if you come here on Monday nights, you can check out and see what he's D&Dizing.
So, bunch of 4s for whatever says, can we get miniatures of the Nerdarchy crew? So there's
there are pawns.
there are from Arknight. There is the 3 of us, and we have been turned into dwarves. So if you go to their, I think it's the Underdark set or the something along those lines, there are 3 dwarves that are stylized as ourselves.
This is just
and in a giveaway at some point in time, I actually have some Hero Forge miniatures from the characters that are in my game. I designed them, had them printed, and once I get them, cleaned up, because there's all the 3D printing stuff is still on them. I've got a set, for a handful of them that I'll be giving away in one form or another. So 2 different options.
Elfbait talking about his Marvel Phase Rip game that's coming up, which which should be fun. I can't wait to hear about that. I know that we had a lot of fun with the games that Bill has run for us for Phase Rip. Sorry, dying. Damn it, Ted! You cursed me. You were supposed to die on camera, not me. Pumpkin seeds, son of a bitch. Those guys still break my balls about pumpkin seeds. It now works its way in. Pumpkin seed reference works its way into every game now for Saber Dice that we play.
Almost as bad as Sky King's Thunder.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about Sky King's Thunder.
There's no forgetting it.
Yeah.
I mean, Dave mentioned it last week. Like,
we still got to write that adventure. Saturday morning just got better. Michael Francis Jr., thanks for the super chat, bud. Greatly appreciated. So, yeah, what is everybody doing for Tabletop Day today? I mean, we're doing this like we've already... I don't know if what we do counts. I mean, we shot a couple of videos. We're doing this live chat thing. And then this evening we'll be chilling with family.
Well, maybe we'll get some board games in.
I am playing my episode 14 of Hold'em Wardanes, so we'll see how that goes.
Nice.
They just fought a whole bunch of drow in the city. So...
Zaref Gaming, dumb question. When can we expect a review and first impressions? As soon as we get our grubby paws on it. And I can only think that you're talking about Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes. So, yeah, as soon as we get it, we will probably... The following week, we'll probably get a video out. Or sooner, depending.
Flip through was probably first. Yeah. And then, as we always do, we do a breakdown.
Well, yeah, the flip through really depends on the book itself. Like,
depending upon the art.
Yeah, if there's a lot of art, we like to do flip throughs. But if it's a lot of text, then it's not really all that great to look at. So in that case, we might just do a first impression as we pick out bits and read from it. Although we're gonna get GIF. The thing that I feel that Doug's Spelljammer game is missing is GIF. And there's a bunch of us that are like, where are the GIF?
We had a space hippo last show. It just wasn't a humanoid space hippo. It was wild shaping.
Wasn't a Feldergriff either.
Oh, did Nub wild shape into a hippo?
Yep. He protected us from a terrible storm.
What, did he swallow you?
No. We dug a hole in chocolate. It's a long story. So you just have to.
These things happen when you're traveling the galaxy.
Especially on ingest quests. So. But, he sheltered us from the storm by being a capstone for that hole. A hippo-shaped capstone.
There is a lot of really good characters in that game. Yeah. Nub is insane.
You guys are all right.
Yeah, I was... unfortunately, that game takes place while we were... Filming. Yeah. So usually, though, on my way over, I'll put it on in the car as coming this way. Doug, I was talking to Doug about the game from this past week. I won't give any spoilers, but he's like within 10 minutes they went totally off the rails. It's like all this material trash. So
I feel bad because I think we almost do that every game to him so far.
Wasn't that the PC's job, is to challenge the DM and what the material they wrote?
Elfbase says GIF, not GIF. Actually, there's going to be both.
GIF and GIF?
I think so, yeah. Man. I think the GIF is going to come from out of the Unearthed Arcana into Mordenkainen. It makes sense, I mean, with it being all about, cosmic threats and stuff.
Now I remember.
In one of the things with Mike Merles, they were talking about them.
Now, my question is, are we going to get that digitally first or in book form first?
Well, no, I believe
date?
D&D Beyond releases the digital content on the same day as the stores get it.
Okay.
I think that's how it happened with the last piece of content. So, yeah, if you're they're probably already pre-selling it on D&D Beyond as well. So you'll be able to pick it up, and if you happen to have the Legendary Bundle, then you're going to be able to get that, the discount.
It's like 25%.
I want to say it's 15, but I also saw my Facebook has been blowing up with different sponsored ads from them where they're running different sales.
Right.
So I don't know, I'm sure.
Don't quote us on it.
Yeah, that's for sure. But I mean, it should be coming soon, I believe. James says it is for pre-order on D&D Beyond. Yeah, that's what I suspected. They always have the pre-orders. The real question, though, is whether it launches when stores get it or when everyone else gets it.
I think it shows up when the stores get it.
I think it does as well. I'm sure they paid a lot of money for that license to fall into that category. Zarif Gaming says got it for $25. I don't remember. Oh, you know what? 25. I think that's less than I paid.
Well, I think he's talking about on D&D Beyond.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll just need clarification from him.
Oh, next level 88. The Legendary Bundle is tempting me like crazy. They have a 25% discount on it for Critical Role promotion. Yeah, plus, I mean, it's good because you forever get... You probably don't forever get the 25% off, but you always get the 15% off. I don't know. We like it. I like gaming from it. I literally forgot to bring my dice to one session because I was like, I don't need anything. I have my phone. I'll just use my character from there. I got here, I'm like, oh, no dice.
No dice.
He had to borrow mine, and it's like, yeah, Ted's got dice.
Yeah, well, that is the good thing. There wasn't exactly a shortage of dice at the table, so I managed.
I hate filling out forms, so like I've always had trouble getting through a character sheet, but it's really nice just clicking things and making decisions that way. And be like, yep, I want these skills, I want these stats here, and it's like 10 minutes for a character max.
If that.
Yeah.
But then, like, as creators, we're always using it to reference stuff to find what spells and different rules.
Yeah, it's really, really good for, creating different stuff because you can take something and be like, I want this as a template, and then I'm going to build from here.
Yeah, I use it all the time for Monster Mash stuff for the show, so it comes in real handy for referencing.
True that. And let's see. I guess it's worth mentioning in the description. I mean, you can always find the normal stuff, like the articles we write, the videos we do, depending on how much room we have, Kickstarter stuff for RPGs. But you can find from the store, it's a free download. I mean, you still have to go through the checkout process, but I'm pretty sure you should not need a credit card or anything like that because it's a free download.
I actually went through the process this morning. So,
okay.
Yeah, it asks for your address and email, which we don't store that or do anything, with it. So don't fret there. But you go through it. It's a free download of what 1 month of our Patreon awards look like, and it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I really like the way it turned out.
Yeah, Doug did a great job with that, doing the layout and everything and the editing on it. Made it look really professional. So,
and
Sean did a great job writing it. Nelson, the artist, did a great job with the art. So, we're excited with that.
There's a lot of fun stuff that you can do if you wish to add Impusia into your game.
Let's see. Elfbait says Impuzio is a nice read.
Mike Francis says, I needless to say, I have too many dice. Never!
What is that? What does that even look like? What are these words you're speaking that are coming out of your mouth? Too many dice.
Go talk to the Dice Maniacs, and try to tell them you have too many dice. Talk to Kevin, who's got the Guinness Book World Record of the largest dice collection. They will laugh at you, sir.
How many does he have, by the way?
I think last time I checked in, he had just hit 80,000.
Okay, so that's quantity as well as
That's
having specific
80,000 unique dice.
Oh man!
And he has everything like labeled and pictured all up on his website. It's insane. And he has, like, you guys say I have a lot of dice. He has bins of duplicates for trade that are larger than my entire dice collection. So Yeah.
You're an amateur, Ted. You're right.
No,
He's not even a player.
I'm not even an amateur in his game. Like, it's like, oh, look at that. Like, he has storage racks.
Go play some games with those dice, because that's what you can do with that. That's not a collection.
But 80,000 unique dice, you know. And
Michael Francis, where do you put 80,000 dice? You buy a second house, store them there.
Just start open a hatch in the roof and start pouring them in.
I've had conversations with Kevin, and he has like everything is properly, you know, labeled in bins, and it's like, oh well,
you start gluing them together and building a house out of them.
Well, like, you know, oh, you want that dice here? That's in bin 487, or, you know, whatever have you. It's crazy.
Elf, they insulate your walls with them. Yeah, James Wesley, build them into your walls.
But,
So me and Ted and me again have games that are going to be wrapping up soon. What do you think we should do next? Like the Griffin Gaff games. Eventually, these guys are going to retire or die. We're getting close, like 17th level, right?
you guys should be 18th now, I think.
Yes.
Oh, did we level up again?
I don't remember if you said level up or not.
I don't remember either. We were 17th level.
I got 9th level spells now. I don't care about levels anymore.
18, 19. Yeah, you guys hit.
Oh, that's a big deal for me. That's 12th level wizard.
Ooh.
That's I get those stats.
Oh, okay.
Gonna get that. You
But
got that 20 intelligence?
That's 18th level
not.
for you guys. So there's five more sessions. Need to figure out, you know, what the flow of the finale is going to look like. Whether you survive in that final battles, whatever it winds up being.
One way or another, it comes to an end.
Yeah.
I have a 17 con that's driving me nuts.
So stat bump, or are you going to take a feat that gives you a con?
I don't think there is.
Do you have any other odd stats?
No.
Because you already took, was that resilient or whatever one gives you con as a save?
I already have con as a save, yeah.
Hmm.
So I'm torn. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna have to start seeing if there's other feats around or something that gives you a bonus to con. Because I think I have the 18 intelligence and strength.
Just that con is messed up.
The con is killing me, Smalls.
And this is your last stat bump, isn't it?
It is the last one.
Oh man.
That I'm gonna get, so I can't just take anything. Gotta be careful. Oh man, I'm actually looking at my character right now.
Yeah. And when he said he's going to check it out, he means right now. He's going to check it out.
Like, wait a minute, we gotta. Sorry guys, I gotta go level up a character.
Doing it live.
Oh no, I don't have an 18 strength. I only have a 16.
All right.
But yeah, I do have one odd stat, and it's like, do I want to pick up, another 18 hit points?
Or do you want a +1 to hit and damage?
It'll also be a plus to your con. Your con save for concentration.
I know. Although
you have a ridiculous save anyway.
And for concentration, he's got War Mage. So
you
he
get
gets
advantage, yeah.
But
I think I figured it out. It's like, it's something like under 20 points of damage, I don't even roll.
Yes. So you'll actually have to worry about it when you get hit with like 30 points of damage or 40 as well.
Oh, it's going to be 40. That's going to happen at some point in time.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
But, that intelligence, so the other thing with the taking the intelligence is I get to know another spell.
And DC saves.
And attacks.
That
you
actually
get to know a
better.
spell, or you get to prepare a spell?
Prepare. That's what I meant.
That is better, I think, than the extra hit points and the concentration. Because, if you're going to fail the concentration, probably not going to do it by one. It's going to be because you got, slapped by...
I couldn't pass.
A demigod's arm. You weren't going to be able to pass anyway.
Yeah, I have to concur. These problems, these gamer problems, man. Gamer problems. Things we got to worry about. Oh, wait a minute. We're doing a chat now, right? Oh, you guys are still here.
Character creation, doing it live.
So James says Durable is +1 con if you wanted to go in that direction.
Oh, that's super high hit points then.
Yeah, but isn't Durable... Durable sucks though.
That's the one that you get. The better when you use your hit dice to
Oh,
rest.
using
Yeah.
It's not tough.
I was thinking tough.
Yeah,
Yeah,
tough.
tough.
Is the good one. Can stats be trained like skills? No.
Oh, you just need to get a manual. Con manual.
Yeah, but they go up by 2.
Yeah, but it'll be like free. So it'll be all right.
Well, yeah. All he's got to do is convince the GM to let him have something like that.
Yeah, well, Ted.
And
can
give me
you
a
have something
couple
like
weeks
that?
to read it or something, right?
Just get in a little time bubble. You'll be fine. Stick you in.
Tavern Brawler, Connor Strath. Yeah, I looked at that one too.
I just don't think that's
Useful.
you.
It's not just not useful for him. I think it's him. It's just not useful.
Yeah, well, because
Wait, you don't think Earthengar would punch somebody in the face?
and then grapple them, and then give them noogies with a gauntlet. That's
Didn't I do that like with Harok's guards at one point?
I think so.
Yeah, it's happened.
It's just like
Dagger damage with their hands is pretty cool.
It is kind of cool.
But I think a
to,
DC increase and an extra spell.
totally off
cool.
topic. Do you guys happen to see the Game of Thrones training thing with the 2 actresses?
Maisie and
yeah.
oh damn, I can't think of
Did you see it on Facebook?
Yeah.
I think I might have glanced at it.
Yeah, it
but did
was
not
pretty
actually
cool.
watch
That
it.
was pretty badass.
the dagger flip.
The dagger flip. If you guys haven't seen that, you got to go check it out. Totally blanking on the other actresses, either character or name. But yeah, that's badass.
Let's see. Xanathar's Guide. Zareth Gaming wants to know favorite racial feat from Xanathar's Guide. I like the Dwarven one that lets you, if you take the dodge action, you can actually spend the hit die, which is pretty nice for a fighter, because you can take the if you action surge, you can do it. If you action surge, you can take the dodge action. You're still going to have your regular action. You get to spend the hit die, and then you can second wind as a bonus action. So you're getting a decent amount of hit points back, and still fighting.
The halfling reaction to let an ally reroll is pretty cool as well.
It's strong, yeah. That has come up a few times, I must say.
I dig Elven accuracy.
That is like the worst one.
It's really
Unless
great
you
for
roll
your character.
3 dice when you're getting...
No, I think they changed it.
Oh, I don't remember.
They changed it for the book.
I haven't read it since they changed it.
Mike Francis Jr. question/challenge: if you were to hide an entire underground thieves guild in a city, where is the most unique place you can hide it? Right under whatever the Capitol building is.
The constabulary.
I would think under the university.
I would totally
Who's
put
going to
it.
suspect it's in with all the dusty tomes that people haven't organized yet?
I would totally put it right in the law enforcement area. You can get in, you can rescue prisoners, you can get documents. I think that'd be badass.
Just make it Kandar, the city of Kandar.
Go that way too.
Then you can put it under anything. You just literally hide it. Just got to figure out the shrinking and the growing part.
Portable hole entrance.
That might work. So Mike said, Michael Francis Jr. said, I was actually thinking of putting it under the jail.
See?
Well, put it in the jail. They actually just come and go as they want.
Yeah, they actually all work for the people.
Yeah.
They're that's the cover. Their day job.
Their day jobs, they're all corrections officers.
Yeah, they're the correction officers.
They're
They're the inmates and the jailers.
Ooh, under the cemetery makes it easy to hide the bodies.
Yeah, that's true.
Then you could get some ghouls in there. That'd be good. Or maybe they have a ghoul problem.
That's why they would need to hire adventurers to get rid of the ghouls.
Yeah.
So you have any ideas what you want to do after your game wraps up, Ted?
Well, I heard some kind of tale about, Nate gonna run in my stead and then I get to be a player.
That would be good.
You already get to be a player. Oh, that's a great idea. We'll just have Nate run in our steads.
He doesn't want your group. He wants my group.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, Dave. I prefer what Ted has for a group. Just it's more predictable. I know the people better since I played with them for so long. So
It is.
I think
it is less rowdy.
They're all awesome. I mean, there's at this point in time, it's all there's a lot of crossover between
the two groups.
The two groups. It's Ryan and Mark are players in both games.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
And me and you.
Okay. So there's not much of a difference.
Anthony and Nicole. That's the wild card.
The Goppolos, they're the wild card, aren't they?
But that's a character choice, not necessarily a player difference.
This is true. That's right.
But it could also be like, all right, that was my warm up. Hold my beer now.
Now I'm gonna do a real crazy character.
I'm looking forward to. I mean, I love Relion. I've liked the story arcs that are going. My problem with him is it's been years, and I actually talked about this last night with the after chat on the RPG Great game. Is like I never found a voice for him. I never really felt like there's not. I don't have a character voice for him, and I've tried, and it just won't come out. So I'm looking forward to starting somebody new. He's not mute.
He's mute. No voice is mute.
So I am looking forward to starting something new. And building it out. I got a couple ideas of what character I would want to play next, and depending upon whether I take the GM chair or not, for another game, I have some ideas of things that I would like to do, some lessons that I learned from running this game, how I would approach things differently. So I could go in either direction, full player or. GM another story.
So the question is, D&D or a different game system?
I think I'd want to stick to running D&D games and have the third game of the month be our off brand, if you would.
I don't know. I wouldn't mind maybe some Cypher system. Nate wants to run, and
the monsters in Numenera are ridiculously awesome.
Yeah,
I just like
also
looking at them.
Visible Sun's going to be out soon.
Oh yeah, it is.
Might as well take that for a test drive.
I mean, any day now we could also be getting our Open Legend stuff.
There's a rumor that's coming.
We could revisit your world that you created.
This time, you guys can be other ball players. For reals this time. That's a possibility.
Steampunk Arcana Punk slice of life.
Yeah, but obviously, it's like playing D&D, but we have other D&D games going on too. So other people have asked too. Why don't you play other stuff? I don't know. Do you guys watch us play other stuff?
Some people have requests for, I think, Dungeon World. That's like the more narrative.
Yeah, we ran a Dungeon World game on the channel. That was a month or so ago. It was a lot of fun, but there's definitely some nuances that are unique to that game, and it takes some getting used to. I mean, I thought there was a lot of cool things. I played a salamander, fire mage, and it was like, all right, this is kind of cool that I could. Like my character was hot enough that I could be like, oh, I can shape metal all the time.
So very hot.
Oh dear God. So
did you wear metal, or were you like a smith?
I was like a smith. So I could literally just peel a piece of metal off of someone's armor, and I would shape them into rings, and be like, I would cool them off and be like, okay, here you go, I got a little trinket for you, and it was something that I did throughout the game. And I thought it was cool.
So that being said, I would not, if I'm not going to play Dungeons & Dragons, I am not going to go and play another straight-up fantasy game.
Okay.
In my opinion. Otherwise,
because you might as well
just play Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay.
Yeah, I would want to do Starfinder. I wouldn't mind taking maybe a crack at that, or something with Cypher System or superheroes. I would want to go into another genre and stretch my legs in a different direction. Revisiting the Open Legend game we ran, I wouldn't mind that either. Now, I'm not opposed to having like fantasy elements in the game, but I definitely wouldn't want to just run straight fantasy. So it's like, been doing that for a while anyway. So if we're gonna move to a different system, might as well stretch our legs.
Get something else out of it.
Yeah, there's Dresden File stuff.
There
It's
is
always a fun thing to play in.
We do have a bunch of the books apparently.
There, right behind Nate.
I've got the half-read core, the Fate Core Dresden Files book as well. I must say it's like one of the most interesting RPGs to read. Yeah, compared to like a lot of them, like come on, face it, the Player's Handbook reads like stereo instructions, and if you don't know what the stuff is, it's all very crunchy and mechanical. So it's not super exciting and engaging to read. But for us, because we know gaming, it's like, or other people that know gaming, like that's the part you're reading for. So it changes it up.
That's true.
I liked reading the Player's
Handbook. No questions. It's quiet in the chat.
Well, that's good because it's about time to be done.
No, it's not.
We got like 10 minutes.
No, I thought that was 58. Sorry. Fail. I was like, it's been 2 minutes. Sorry.
Time is tough.
Sorry.
Reading sideways and from a certain distance, not so good for
it might as well be invisible.
Yes, indeed.
Nate's apparently really good with numbers.
We got a little bit of a low turnout today. I think people are probably partaking of International Tabletop Day.
And also for those of you who wish to do so and missed out on the earlier conversation, for International Tabletop Day, we did release the Impusia. There's a link down in the description below.
That thing.
Go check it out and get your free copy.
Definitely.
Good stuff.
Yeah, Sean McGovern just kicked out some really good stuff on that. There was just so much. Like we did a video on it earlier today and kind of went over it because it's kind of fun in the sense that we come up with the baseline concepts and ideas and then to see them like fleshed out and written. So it's like it's new. Like it's our ideas, but it's also new.
Yeah, I love the format that we're doing with that. It's a lot of fun that we can be like, all right, we made a thing. Someone was inspired, by our ideas, and this is what they made. Love it.
Comic Book University. Everyone's watching Avengers Infinity. That could be a possibility too. It could be a busy weekend in that regards.
Yeah, good weekend for nerds.
Yeah, my son has strategically managed to have his Boy Scout camping trips during like these big releases. So I'm not sure what's wrong with these scouts, but
yeah, they didn't look at the calendar releases for all that nerd stuff.
So you guys keeping up with Mike Merle's Happy Fun Hour? Unfortunately, we are not.
It is on my agenda to do. I gotta start doing that, so we can be able to kind of talk about it here and be able to do more with it.
Yeah, I like the idea. I like the concept, and I really like the way Wizards of the Coast is really tackling streaming, and they've invested so heavily in it. So, also worth mentioning. Worth mentioning is we've mentioned it before, but we are official guests at Gamehole Con. We're gonna have a spot over on their podcast row. So I don't know what we're gonna do from it yet, but we got it. Damn it!
Are we gonna podcast?
We are, we're talking about doing some different panels. So that's going to be fun. And Gamehole Con, we had Alex Kramer on the other day, and he runs Gamehole Con. And Gamehole Con is a little unique in the sense that they will have the entire Wizards of the Coast team at the event as guests, which I don't think really happens. Many of them end up at events, but not all of them as guests. So. And they kind of like pick and choose where they go in official capacity as well. So they're going to all be there. That's in November. So I believe it's like 8th through the 11th or something like that. It's 4 days.
We'll obviously keep you guys apprised, and we're going to be there. So if you're planning to be there, then please come let us know. As we always do, we try to do a get together, hang out, and do nerd stuff.
Oh, maybe we'll find. I know one of the things I think I want to do for the podcast row. I want to do something with Ed Greenwood.
Oh, that'd be really cool.
Yeah, because he's going to be. Ed Greenwood's going to be there. Of course, Mazer Canna's going to be there. Adam Bradford's going to be there. Lisa Chen's going to be there. There is a ton of people that are on that list.
That's awesome.
That's going to be a lot of fun. Mike Francis with the super chat again. Thank you.
Favorite endgame villain?
Man, I struggle with this one because it's like the one I'm using. Like I've had fun with using the Monarch, which was literally just he was just an archmage out of the book. I've had fun with using the hags. I've had fun with the different fae that have been working into this campaign. I do have more fae that are kind of like the big bads in this campaign. So like, and then in, like the campaign I run for Ted and the other folks, that's a custom. Like I'm using custom villains on that one.
Yeah, it's a custom made Empyrean, supposedly
custom made.
I'm in my game I'm doing a demon lord that is going to apparently be a tier and above what's in Out of the Abyss, because right now you guys could easily rock one of the ones that's in there if you guys went after them.
I don't know, we just barely survived a Kraken, so that wasn't too long ago. That's not much hit point difference.
That was 2 levels ago.
Okay.
And on top of it, you guys were down a player.
I think the key is probably like the environmental stuff and like dipping the player characters in lava and things like that would probably make it work.
I think using undead for villains.
And he's gonna be like to Analasalar, like, or no, Arbalacin. I always confuse the two of those for some reason.
They're both
elves.
They have very similar names. I'm going to go with that instead. But he's going to be like, I've been observing you. And unfortunately, we do not have the blade barrier here. But we do have this lava to dunk you in. He's just going to, all of us in magma and put us out on the line.
Yeah, magma coating.
But to kind of really get to the crux of the question, like, end game villains, they gotta be custom. Like, I wouldn't want to just take a dragon or a demon out of the book and say, this is a thing. I want this to be a unique thing. I want this to be something that no player could be like, oh, well, I happen to read this and I'm already prepared of how to deal with it. You need to have, like, if you're talking about your final campaign ending boss, it's got to be work. You got to have something that's like, wow, this was a worthy adversary. I'm glad I survived, or this was cool enough for me to have died to.
You've heard it. You got to. Ted said so. Wow. Not me, man. I use a monster right out of the book and just put a bowler hat on him or something. Completely unique and new. I think it's more about the personality and the goals and the drive. Like when you start, some minor tweaks in the appearance, when you start messing with that stuff, they do become unique. And, when the players can see that they're different from the other monsters of the same type, like the mechanical stuff tends not to matter because no one looks at that, right? They don't get to see that part.
Well, you're tweaking, you're changing, you're just changing the lore, you're changing the personality, and that's just as custom.
Oh, I would hope everyone does that kind of stuff for your monsters. Well, like even when they're not the big bads, like something about them should be different where they live, why they're doing what they're doing. Like that's how you're going to tell more compelling stories, in the game.
Not everybody does. I mean, there's some DMs out there that they don't know that the power is theirs to make the change. They say this, here's this monster manual book. I'm going to use the monsters that are in it, and they treat the stat block as this is what it is.
Pass it down by the ones on high for generations to come. Yeah, I understand what you mean. Well, there was a time, there's always a time when someone who's reading the book's like, yeah, I need to do it exactly like it says. I mean, I recently took a Bone Devil. It was like a mini boss. It was a Bone Devil, and I just said, what's a demon of ice and shadow? So I'm getting rid of the other stuff and does extra cold damage, and that was it. That's all I needed to do to customize it.
In my let's see, in the last fan game I ran, I basically took an Erin and redressed her as Elvira and had her making Warlock packs with people and stuff. So it's like there's tons of cool ways you can customize your bad guys and your villains.
We have a challenge that has been thrown down.
A gauntlet?
The gauntlet, if you will, this Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time on Nerdarchy. I'll be D&Dizing Venom. I challenge Nerdarchy to do the same on their own video. The gauntlet is thrown.
Are people excited about that movie? Like, I'm looking at the movie and I'm like, I'm like, I just hate non-Marvel Marvel movies. Like, the fact that they're making Venom without basically the Venom lore is what it looks like when I look at it. I'm like, this is just stupid.
I'm looking forward to watching it, but it will not be in the theater.
Yeah, I probably won't care enough to go see it in the theater either.
I have to make a choice of what I watch in the theater.
How do you do Venom without Spider-Man?
It's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do.
Well, I mean,
but I'm not, like I said, I'm not looking forward enough to go pay theater prices.
We already saw how they did Venom with Spider-Man, so I mean, without.
That was a Marvel. Marvel didn't do it.
But I've got Infinity War followed up by Han Solo, and
I'm running out of times to be able to go to the theater.
Yeah, they're definitely on my watch list. Deadpool 2. I want to see that one.
The problem with that one is
just get rid of them. Just to get rid of them off them. Sell them to gypsies. Say the Goblin King's name 3 times. Whatever you got to do, Ted.
Someone else could watch them.
I'd have to pawn the kids off for the night for the wife and I to go watch it.
Just go by yourself. Just sneak out.
I saw one of the Star Wars movies by myself. So
don't tell. They never even know.
Oh, that is true.
Do either all at school and working.
I could do that.
Like, extra big lunch break, here I go.
Michael Francis Jr., I know you guys aren't Pathfinder guys. Have you seen the Beastries? So good. They actually send them to us occasionally, and we might even have 1 or 2 sitting over there.
We've got a bestiary of some sort here somewhere.
And we give them away from time to time. We've done flip-throughs because they do it. They Paizo puts together an amazing book. They always look awesome. The quality's really good. Everything they do really well. If you like that style of game, they're the best.
Not gonna argue with that.
And actually, we had Amanda Hoffman-Kunz on yesterday, and she does a bunch of stuff over there. Basically, if there's a Pathfinder project, she touches it in some way or shape. So, it was a great conversation. If you look at the live chat from yesterday, she was on there. She also wrote one of the adventures as a stretch goal for kids on bikes. And she's done some work for Kobold Press in the past as well.
And the link to that is down in the description below as well.
Yeah, that's right. It is in the description.
And we are now past time.
We are by several moments, and I'm starving. I need to get something to eat. I'm going to pass out. With that, guys, until next time,
stay nerdy.